Hello everyone, here in the barn with all the chickens and the pigs, and there's Bonnie. She is our silky hen that is healing from a hawk attack. Didn't think she's gonna make it, but she's here. She's back in the barn. She's still in an isolation cage just because I let her out and a few of them were picking on her. So she's in isolation cage, and then I have my 3 rescues, which I believe they are red sex-link. Yeah, red sex-link breed, that's what I believe they are. I know they are brown layers. Since they've been here, they've laid 3 or 4 eggs. A couple of them had some deformities to them, and I think that's probably because of the trauma they went through. They're in really rough shape. But I've been trying to let them out slowly and not really having much luck. So I have decided to put them back in their isolation area. Hopefully by next week we can move them, because I gotta say it's a lot more difficult to be going around, going in this cage and feeding them and giving them water rather than just fill up the waters, fill up the feeders for all the chickens, and they're good. Now the pigs have a gate up, so they finally have like a full area rather than just hay bales around. So they're pretty happy. And the ducks outside, I'm having a hard time getting my rescue Muscovy into the quack shack area. So he is not too happy with us. I don't know if it's because he's still missing his girlfriend or if he needs some friends, but it's been hard trying to get him in there. So we've put that on pause again, but today we might try and bring a cage in there, get him in the cage, and then release him through the cage and see how the 2 drakes do together. That's Chuck and Pickles now. So I don't know if they're going to do good together. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, because it's going to be quite the challenge to even get them in there. So to get them out, it's going to be a whole different story. It hasn't been too cold. However, I am starting to plug in our heated waterers because I do feel like it's about that time, and I don't want to come in the barn and all their water be frozen. So the heated waterers are hooked up. I got a couple of them like from Marketplace on Facebook, but then I got one from Amazon, which wasn't too badly priced, and it works pretty good, and it's actually very large. Oh, and I got one from the Essex feed store. So I have like 3 or 4 now. And I just have to figure out for the ducks. We're gonna have to run an extension cord out there, which will be pretty easy. But that's what we gotta do today. And pretty much I just want all these animals together because I have another hen over there in isolation. I forgot to even mention that. She's by herself. She's been very, I don't know, I come in and she just seems not herself. So I've been checking her poops in there, and there was like a little bit of a red tinge, but I don't know if it's anything to worry about. So I've just been keeping her by herself. She's still eating, she's still drinking, she's still being a chicken. But I still feel like I'm just gonna keep her separated until I know what's going on, or until I at least see she's feeling better, because she is from another farm in Cottam. She came with 3 other girls, and I'm not sure if maybe she was a little sick when she came, but I have started putting the electrolytes and vitamins in the waterers just to prevent anything from getting worse. So far, so good. It's just a lot of chickens from different places at once, so it's been a lot of isolating. That our big rooster Elvis here. Hey Elvis, he's taking a nap. He came from my friend's house in LaSalle, and he was in isolation for a while, but he finally is out. He definitely picks on the other roosters, but in my opinion, we have too many roosters here. We have 4 silky roosters, and then we have Elvis, and I'm not sure what breed he is. He might even be like a barnyard mix. He's very beautiful. We love him. We love having him here on the farm. A few of our roosters that we had to rehome before we put our house up for sale actually ended up passing away. So we really wanted a really beautiful breed of a rooster on our farm, especially when comes spring and we're gonna start hatching chicks. We need a rooster around. So he's our guy. I think I'm gonna be rehoming my at least 3 of the silky roosters. Probably gonna keep Clyde around because Bonnie and Clyde came to the farm together, and he was quite happy to see her back in the coop. So I'm gonna probably keep him around. I'm going to try and get these chickens outside. That's why I need Pickles to move from the outside area, the outside run, so these chickens can go outside, because I've been opening up the door and putting the lights on for longer, but they need some sunshine. And I know Elvis here is probably missing that sunshine too, so that is what my plan is to do. You never know how much work it is running a farm until you run a farm. So I am learning every single day, but I'm loving learning the whole process. There's a lot to it. It's a lot more than just, you know, throwing some feed to them and watch them lay eggs. That's not how it works. Hens actually go through molting right now. So I'm only getting 1 or 2 eggs a day, and I'm okay with that. That's what happens around this time. When the season changes, the hens, my girls, will lose feathers here and there, sometimes more, sometimes not too many, but they are molting, and that means they're losing feathers. But then when they're done molting, they get a nice full feather look, and it keeps them warmer in the winter. And then sometimes they'll start laying again, depending on the sunshine they're getting and how they're treated. But for a good example, I'm going to show you Crystal. Crystal is our girl right here. She, when she came to the farm, was molting, and she looked straggly. Her feathers were missing. She didn't look that good. Now she's done. She has a nice full feathered body, and I actually love how her feathers came in. She's back looking to like her beautiful self, and that's awesome. So that is my update on the farm. Here, I'll show you. Watch out, guys. Come on, get out of there, Clyde. Come on. Miss Juliet and Miss Roxy. It is so cute. At night, they actually bury themselves in the hay, like burritos, and you can barely see them. Hey, guys. Hi. Hello. Hi, Juliet. Hello. Oh, Shakti. Hi, Roxy. These girls were getting out in the chicken coop when we didn't have the gate up, so that's why we had to do the gate like ASAP, because they were going in there and pooping in there. Eh? We were going in and pooping in the chicken area. Oh, they've already gotten bigger since we've gotten them. They're so cute. So this is where they actually like go under it. So the one day I came in here, I was like, where are you? They were in there. They're all snuggled up. So these are the electric heaters. So I have an outlet there, thankfully. Here's another one, and that's going to be used for the coop. There is quite a few outlets. We have tried them. They all work. I just want to make sure like plugging in too many isn't going to cause any fires or anything, you know, like that. So I'm trying one at a time. I ended up not plugging in the heat lamp. Personal choice. I just did not want the risk of a fire starting in here. So I chose to go without, and I put the vapor barrier around. I put the hay, and honestly, it's not bad in here. It's warm enough, I believe, and it's actually been negative a few days, and I've came in here and I didn't really have any issues with it being too cold. So that's good. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about it. I took a lot of advice, and a lot of people say you don't need the heat lamp, and it's not worth the risk losing your whole barn. And pros and cons there, and I figured, you know what, leave without it. So that's the update on the barn. I'll probably go in and give an update on the house. I'm going to be doing more of the stick and peel. Actually, I'm going to be doing it in the kitchen, and I think I might start painting the kitchen as well as the cupboards. That's going to be quite the task. I want to show like exactly how I do that, because I actually don't know how it's going to turn out. But if it turns out, I want to be able to show everyone like how easy it was, if it's easy, and exactly what I did. Because not everyone has money to you know, buy new kitchen cupboards when they move into a house. And I think that's a lot of people's issues, is like, what, okay, you know, we don't like this kitchen, it's not our style, but it's not in the budget. So what do? We finish the cupboards, and then we have to find a countertop. And honestly, I would probably refinish the countertop and just like cover it right now, but there's a big gaping hole, and there's also like an older cutting board built right into it, and I want that gone too. So I'm really searching for that. And our next big thing is getting some kind of water container, because this is my water container. I fill this up from the well that we have an original well, and I fill it up, and then I keep it here, and I just use it as I have to for the pigs and the chickens. However, it'd be really nice to have a water container that, first of all, collects the rain, and we don't always have to fill it up. And then, you know, it's just here, easier to have, because the hose is pretty long, but just doesn't go long enough. So it just makes it for more work. I would like a sink in here eventually, but again, not in the budget right now. Don't have time. Need flooring down in the house. So these are things that will happen in the spring, as well as I am taking a chance by some of these areas in the barn. If you see there, I'm sure some kind of predator could get through that. I mean, I have put a lot of rocks around the outside of the barn, but if something's hungry enough, it will try and get in. So I have done as much as I can, but in the spring, we're really going to put more fencing around, dig chicken wire into the ground to make sure nothing digs. I have not seen any coyotes around here, but I have heard about them being bad around this area. I'm not sure if they're going to be bad as LaSalle, because I grew up in LaSalle and we were right on the forest, or in front of the forest, and they were bad. They were in our backyard all the time. So the one thing I did see was a red fox. Now that I never seen in LaSalle, and I know fox, they will go in your barn and take out your whole flock and whatever's in there that they can get, and they won't stop until here's a treat, here's some Cheerios. They won't stop until they get everything. So I don't even want to deal with a fox. It was on the road and it was deceased. So as sad as that was, it kind of made me a little happy, because it was like I could see my house from where I saw it on the road. So it was kind of scary. I am really, really hoping they don't have any more in the area. I'll have to look up if fox usually travel together, or if they're usually by themselves for so many kilometers. I think that's the case, and I really hope so. And then around here, we've never really seen weasels and minks and stuff, but I know they are in Ontario, so there's a chance of that. And then raccoons. So those are the predators I deal with here in Woodsley, Ontario. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with like wolves or cougars or anything like that. But the predators I do have around here is enough to do some damage on my flock. And that is why we are going to try and get a donkey in the spring for predator control. Because our Daisy girl, our Shepherd Mastiff, is great, but she's more of a family dog. And we do want to get another guardian breed dog, like I said. We haven't been able to agree on one yet. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but I've really started reaching out to donkey breeders in the area, even some like farther up north. I mean, if I have to go up there, I will. But I'm hoping to at least add one donkey and the goats, and because I know the goats will help predator control too sometimes, depending on the breed. So that is the plans. I am rambling on about the barn, and I should probably get back into the house for the renovations. So I will update you later. See ya!